Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we did our little field, or not field exercise, what did we call it? We battled some robot thingamabobber, and learned that part of our curriculum will be every month going to do what are we calling it, field studies, where we go out to a different town and do something. We're not really sure what, but we think it has something to do with the voluntold assignments that Green has had. Anyway, it is the morning of our first field study day. And what we want to do is go around town. Not really a whole lot we can do in Trista today, but we're going to see if we can, first of all, find some battle scope, because that is very important. General store must have some, but we're also going to stock up on our food supplies because we're going to have to create a lot of food items at some point here. I know that ding ding is probably kind of annoying for you guys, but there we go. Of course, the general store does not have anything other than food items and a couple accessories. Alright, that's fine. I'm sure we'll find some. There's some battle scope. Plus, maybe it's not readily available in stores until later games, in which case we're going to have to rethink our orbments to try to get some sort of inspection spell. So I hear you're cutting class for a little trip into Celtic. No, that little trip is technically for class. Oh, right. Well, try to stay out of trouble over there. Some of the folks over there can get pretty territorial. Noted. I wonder who he's talking about, though. I don't know how he expects us to be careful when he won't tell us who we're supposed to be careful of. That's a good point. And even Mix does not seem to have any battle scope. Amazing. Buy these up real quick. Maybe the school's shop got some? Check that. Whoops. And then on our way back, I think we'll stop into the chapel, see if they have anything for us. Any dialogue. Whoops. I keep pushing the wrong keys, which is making the character like veer off and it stops the running. Like that. Darn it. Really sensitive keys. I love the keyboard, but like the slightest amount of pressure causes it to activate. Tear bomb, AP charge, reviving bomb, cooling spray, stimulant. Really? Really? You don't even have any battle scope? What the heck? What kind of respectable student store doesn't have a battle scope? That's ridiculous. Maybe it's something we can only get out in town? Well, we'll see, I suppose. Stop by the chapel here. Whoops. See if our fearless bishop, is that what he's called? Father, our fearless father has anything. I hear that you will be leaving the academy to briefly conduct a field study. Please, do be careful while you're away. And never forget that Idios is always with you, regardless of where you are. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. Well, I think we've done about all there is to do. I suppose. Now, I seriously doubt the bookstore is going to have battle scope, but let's check. Nope, of course not. Alright. No. Inaudible grumbles. These people have anything? I seriously doubt the cafe sells battlescope. Bye. Nope. Of course not. Let's rest. See if we can recover any of that CP that we're somewhat lacking on. Not that it matters. We really are not far enough into the game where that's really gonna matter at all. I mean, we're one-hitting boss fights, so yeah. And we're in boss fights that do 0 damage to us. Amazing. Anyway, now that there's not anything else for us to do in town, we will head to the station. Enter Trista Station? Why, yes, I do believe so. That does look like a train station. At least we're in the right place. Surprise. Yeah, they look like a happy bunch, don't they? Ah, good morning, everyone. Are you all prepared to leave as well? Morning. Oh, well, I guess she would be more like morning. Good morning. You're all good to go then? Yes. Parm is quite a distance from here. We're not likely to arrive before evening. Considering its relative location, that seems to be an accurate estimate. I guess it is the southernmost town in Erebonia. Makes you realize just how big the empire is. But, dots. What? They're still at it, huh? Have they been like this the entire time? I'm afraid so. I think we may have underestimated how deeply rooted their differences are. I'm sick of them already. If only they were as willing to put aside their differences as Reen and Elisa. Surprise! Oh, now that you mention it, I guess you were finally able to make up with him, huh? Sweat. It's not like we were getting along that poorly. Besides, we haven't known each other long enough to call it making up. That's good news, Reen. Well done. Thanks, I guess. Why does everyone have to keep making such a big deal out of it? Surprise. Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all customers utilizing this service please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. I'm trying to do the best robot voice I can. Time to go. Did Machias just walk through Eusis? Is he a ghost? Or is Eusis a ghost? Like, what? That was... Okay. I'm pretty sure it's because these games probably were not built for a 21:9 aspect ratio. I'm guessing that's what it is. Well, best of luck. Though here's hoping you don't need it. Getting those two to work together sure doesn't seem like it'll be an easy task. Well, we'll do what we can. Good luck to all of you. Please take care. It's our first field study. Let's show them what we're made of. Hey, of course. Later. A blue train this time. Wasn't it green before? I could have sworn it was green when we first showed up. I wonder if they'll be okay. Well, as long as Emma and Gaius are with them, things shouldn't get too out of hand. Now, Fee, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from her. She doesn't really seem like the type to cause a ruckus, at least. I'm concerned for them as well, but I believe we should be focusing on our own trials right now. You're right. Let's go buy our tickets. Yes, let's. After we look at this map. It's a map of the Eastern Railway Network. Now, if you look try to get as good of a look at it as I can for you guys. Oh, I guess over here really is the best spot to do it. Alright, so this is basically... Oh, you know what? I thought this was a full map of the Erebonian Empire, but it actually is not. Pretty close to...
Right.
It's maybe like a half, 2/3 of the Empire, I want to say. Just to the right of Gorelia Fortress, on the right side of the map, is where Crossbell is. And south of where Crossbell would be, all the way south, is where Liberl is. And then to the north of Liberl and to the east of Crossbell is where the Calvard Republic is. Xandar Gate at the top right of the map there is the gate that leads into the Nord Highlands. And south of Erebonia is coast, and west of Erebonia is also coast. So Erebonia is on the westernmost part of the continent, and I think it takes up like somewhere between a quarter to a third of the entire continent. It's a pretty big country. Anyway, let's buy our tickets. Welcome! You're the students from Class 7, correct? And your destination today is... Celtic? Yes, that's right. Guess they're ready and waiting for us. I suspect Instructor Sarah made considerable preparations on our behalf. Sure looks that way. Not that I'm complaining. The train for Celtic will be departing from Platform 1. It's not due just yet, but you can buy your tickets in advance if you'd like, and wait for its arrival? Revival? Am I just never gonna be able to talk right? Like, is that how this is gonna be? Very good. That's 4 passengers bound for Celtic. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Tickets, please. Passenger service bound for Crossbell. No, oh, geez, it's moving too fast. We asked that all passengers wish to... Oh, man. I tried. I'm sorry, guys, I tried. I'm not used to dialogue being timed like that. I mean, that's way too fast. Like, maybe I could read that whole thing if I was, like, reading it really fast, but I don't like to rush reading, you know? I feel like if you rush it, you don't absorb all of the details. Like, when I read a book, I tend to read pretty slowly, just because I like understanding everything that I'm reading and, like, fully picturing it in my head rather than just getting the basic details of what's going on. Like a typical light novel, around 50 to 60,000 words, will take me roughly 8 hours to read, whereas most people, I think, can read them in like 4 or less. So it's about an hour to Celtic from here, right? Yes, I believe so. I lost my mouse for a second there, sorry. I had to change trains there when I originally came to Trista. Oh, right, you're from Legram. That would be in the direction of Bereahard after changing at Celtic, right? That's correct. After which point, it would be necessary to switch again at Bereahard. It's situated in a very remote part of the country. Well, I really need to work on those laughs. Maybe I'll just always be awkward with laughs. You guys can laugh at my laughs. It's fine. I have a thick skin. Well, you could say the same for where I'm from, too. As I understand it, Celtic's mostly known as a merchant town, right? Yeah. That's been their main source of tourism for some time, mostly thanks to the Grand Market. Couldn't hurt to go over what we know about the town before we get there. Yes. As Elliot stated, Celtic is a market town at its core. It's in the eastern province of Kreutzen and has been a major trading hub for a very long time. It's also a major interchange station, connecting Heimdall with Brehard and even Crossbell. Remember, Crossbell is the autonomous state between Erebonia and the Calvard Republic. The area itself is known for having a large number of granaries, though this has of course been overshadowed in recent years by the aforementioned Grand Market. Virtually anything can be procured there, from farm produce, jewels, and Brehard furs to imported goods from afar. If you guys hear a loud noise, it's some moron revving their engine outside at 11:30 at night. Yeah, people are so nice. That does sound awfully impressive. I'm kind of looking forward to this now. I would be too, if I knew we'd actually have a chance to take in the sights. But there's no telling what kind of crazy thing Instructor Sarah has planned for us. Boy, isn't that the truth? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just ask her? I can't even hazard a guess as to what this field study might involve. She's standing behind us, isn't she? Being part of our curriculum, though, it's a safe bet to assume it won't be easy. If it were, it would hardly be worth the trip. Personally, I'm looking forward to learning the true nature of our excursion. I suppose that is a good way to look at it. Well, we'll find our answer when we get there. We're supposed to drop by the inn as soon as we arrive. There should be an envelope waiting for us there with details on our mission. Yeah, that's right. Still, this whole trip seems eerily well planned out, don't you think? Even the station employees knew we were coming. That just goes to show how high the Academy's expectations are for all of you. Exclamations! I knew it. I may have knew it because I've played before, but, you know, I'm sure the fact that I've played through this game before had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I knew she was standing behind us. Whoa! Instructor, I was wondering why you were nowhere to be seen this morning. Looks like Group A's all present and accounted for. Good, good. And I'm relieved to see the two of you have finally managed to make up. You say that as if it's old news. Have you been spying on us this whole time? Ah ha ha ha. So, what brings you here, Instructor? I thought you were planning on staying back at the Academy. Well, considering this is your first time out in the field, I assumed you'd be positively lost without me. So, I decided to stick around, at least until you finish checking in at the inn. Oh, well, thanks, I guess, but I think Group B could have used your help a little more. He doesn't want to deal with Machias and Isis. Would it not have been better for you to accompany the others? Ah, but they'd be a nightmare to deal with. I may still have to go to them, though, if those two get out of control. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See, she knew full well that Eustace and Machias wouldn't get along, but put them in the same age group. It's the same group anyway. Where did I see age in that entire sentence? Am I just going I'm probably just going crazy, guys. I'm sorry. We'll change the channel to Crazy Guy or Shenanaguy or something like that. No, we actually won't, but you know, I'm trying to be funny and probably failing. I did suspect as much, but it's hard to believe she'd confirm it so nonchalantly. Anyway, don't pay me any mind. You four feel free to keep talking. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm just gonna take a little nap right here. What? Dots. And she's passed out. He's asleep already? Incredible. I don't think I've ever seen someone less inclined to be an educator than her. Maybe we're better off just letting her sleep. I should probably wake her up when we get to Celtic, though. Something tells me we're not going to have to wake her up at all. Alright, so, when we go to field exercises, we get this little time on the train, where we can talk to our classmates, and, drum roll please, we'll finally get to play Blade! Now, let's talk to Instructor Sarah. She really is fast asleep, out like a baby. I've never seen even a child fall asleep quite as quickly as that. No, I sure couldn't. She must have a natural talent for sleeping. Well, let's not disturb her. Talk to Elisa. When I came to the academy, I never thought I'd find myself visiting the Grand Market of Celtic as part of my studies. I've read about it before, but this will be my first time seeing the place in person. Oh, really? Well, field study or no then, I guess it's still something to look forward to. Is there anything in particular you're hoping to see there? The gems and furs from Breahard, maybe? They say some of the highest quality goods produced by Breahard's artisans are sold at the Grand Market. That sounds like it would be worth seeing for sure, though somehow I doubt we'll be able to afford anything there. Still, if we get a chance, we should go check it out together while we're in town. Are you asking her on a date, Rain? You should ask Laura on a date, not Elisa. Come on. That sounds like fun. Yeah, I mean, Laura's right there, and she's looking right at you, and you're just gonna ask another girl out? Man. I have to admit, I'm starting to get a little bit excited now. I mean, this is the Grand Market we're talking about. Just be sure you don't let it distract you too much from the reason we're going to Celtic in the first place. I know. Talk to Elliot. Hey, almost forgot I had these. I just picked them up on a whim a little while ago. Elliot held out a pack of blade cards. Oh, you have a pack too? I just got a set of my own from the pawn shop in Trista. Really? That's perfect then. How about we play a few hands? Seems like we've got some time to kill before we arrive. Do you know the rules? Yeah, they're not that complicated, so I don't think anyone here will have any trouble picking it up. Sounds like a good way to pass the time to me. Indeed. It seems like it could be an enjoyable diversion. Alright, let's give it a try then. When traveling by train, you can play the card game Blade with other members of your group to strengthen your bonds with them. Only the first match with each character will increase your bond with that person, but this will occur whether you win or lose. So basically, if you suck at playing Blade, it's okay. Haha, I'm glad I brought these now. Playing this should be our... I think I just should give up on those laughs at this point. That was... wow. Playing this should make our rail journeys go by in no time. I'll have to recommend the group to them... I'll have to recommend the game to Group B, too. Let's talk to Laura. I do wonder what precisely these field study trips will involve. I can't even fathom a guess. Likewise. The weirdest part for me is the divide between Group A and Group B. Why were we split up and sent to different places? And most bizarrely of all, why were Machias and Eustace placed in the same group? It's like they're just asking for trouble. Or, Instructor Sarah is a much better instructor than you think and knows exactly what kind of push they need to become friends. Maybe. Or she's just, you know, a lazy instructor that drinks too much beer and doesn't want to deal with them. It does seem quite illogical. I can only assume there's a hidden purpose to these trips beyond what we've been told. Perhaps multiple purposes, requiring multiple groups to fulfill. Yeah, that's my best guess too. There has to be something going on behind the scenes here. Which is why I wanted to ask Instructor Sarah a few more questions. But, well... passed out. She's gotta be faking it, right? I don't think she'll be doing much answering. Perhaps she fell asleep deliberately to avoid addressing such concerns. I wouldn't put it past her. Our instructor is quite the formidable opponent. That's one way to put it. Yeah, I said the same thing, Reen. That's one way to describe her. Guess we're just gonna have to work out the meaning of these field study trips on our own. Yeah, let's talk to Laura one more time. I have no idea what may be waiting for us in Celtic. ... But let us be certain we hold nothing back. Ops? Of course, I wasn't planning on it. Interesting. Let's play Blade. Let's play Elisa first.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. Yeah.
Come on, draw a card.
Is it going to give us a tutorial? Okay.
Oh, same score? We better draw again.
With Blade, how it works is, you see on the left is the rest of the deck, aside from the, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards that you drop. So, each person draws one card from their spare cards until one person draws a higher card than the other. The person with the lower card plays first.
After you, then.
So, I play first. The goal is to use all 10 of your cards, ending with the highest score. So, like, playing your highest cards from the bat are not a good idea. There are some special cards. There are some special cards out there too, let me tell you. But as far as the cards go, Bolt will take a card out of play. Mirror will swap the cards in play. So say my cards, I've got a 14 and Elisa there is currently at a 16 or 17 score or whatever. I can use Mirror to flip those. It doesn't change the cards in our hands, but it does swap them on the playing field. And lastly, this one right here, it can be played as a 1, or it can be used to revive a card that got bolted. Anyway, let's see if we can beat her.
Oh, same score?
And if you get the same score, you have to draw again.
Oh,
And we have the same score again.
After you, then.
Really?
Oh, same score?
Really?
Draw again.
What is she doing?
After you, then.
Wow, that's... Oh, wow. I don't know if I want to use my high... We could bolt, but I don't really typically... You save your highest cards for last. And if she's bringing out a 6 already, makes me really nervous. Oh, that was the card she drew, not... Anyway.
Oh, same
Really?
score?
Why would you do such a thing, Elisa?
After you, then.
Why is it always after me?
Bolt.
Okay, so we are going to revive that card.
Bolt.
And she's going to use a bolt. And we're going to mirror.
What? You can't do that.
Well, yes, I can. I have the card. And we're going to bolt.
Now you've done it. Bolt.
Oh, we're probably going to lose this.
One more game.
What? Oh, nice. We got lucky with that one. Now we're going to play Elliot.
Go easy on me, okay?
No. Sorry, man. Okay. All right.
Okay then, let's draw.
One more rule.
Well, looks like I'm up first. Bolt.
Really? Right off the bat? One more rule is you cannot play bolts or mirrors. So you have to make sure you have those cards out of your deck before you play your last card. Because if you play these as your last card, it will be an automatic lose. We do not want that. We'll play a 2. He plays a 3, we'll play a 4.
Mirror.
He mirrors, we'll play a 5. He plays that, we'll play another 5. 14, we'll bolt.
I didn't see that coming.
We'll bolt again.
I didn't see that coming. The same score means we draw again, right?
Yes, yes it
Looks
does.
like you're up first. The same score means we draw again,
Really?
right?
Oh man.
Well, looks like I'm up first.
Nice. Okay. So we're going to mirror.
Really? You're playing that now?
Yes, I am. We're gonna bolt,
I didn't see that coming.
and we just totally crushed him. I am so sorry, Elliot. Sorry, not sorry. And lastly, let us play Laura.
Then let us begin our duel.
Yes, let us begin our duel. 4 bolts again, huh?
Please draw a card.
Sure.
The first move is yours.
Oh, wow. We're gonna waste a bolt here.
Well played.
Thank you.
We're evenly matched.
Of course
Let's
we
redraw.
are.
We're
Of
evenly
course we
matched. Let's redraw. Then I'll make the first move.
Yes, you will. Okay, you're bringing that out. I'll bring that out. You're bringing that out. I'll bring that out.
We're
Oh,
evenly
shoot. I didn't mean to
matched.
match
Let's
it.
redraw. The first move is yours.
Oh, but I don't want the first move to be mine. Bolt.
Well played. Divine Bolt.
Oh, wow. Divine Bolt.
Well played.
We're gonna bring back a card. Bolt.
Well played.
I don't think we're gonna win this
Mirror.
one. Ooh, this is not looking good.
An excellent
Ah, we lost. Alright, good job, Laura. She played her own weapon to win. That's impressive. And once you are done, with this whole train scene, there's nothing to do other than talking to everybody twice and playing Blade with them. So we're gonna save just in case. And I think that is a good place to stop for this episode, since we are running just over 30 minutes. When we come back, we will stop talking to them and continue on with our field studies and see what happens. Anyway, thank you again for watching my video. If you enjoyed what you saw, go ahead and click that like button. If you have any comments, suggestions, go ahead and use that little box and keyboard to do those things. And if you want to support me and or be up to date on future videos, go ahead and click that subscribe. But if you want to be up to date on the future videos, make sure you click that little bell button for the notifications as well. Anyway, it's been fun playing Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel with you guys. We'll see you in the next one.